Super
Sure.
villain. Thank you for waiting patiently, brother. Go ahead.
Sure. I saw the news this morning too. I don't know, it's kind of obvious. I don't know if you've been watching how Fresh and Fit has been moving lately, like with the KKK hoodie. They've been doing like Hitler salutes. When I say they, I want to say Myron. I'm gonna be specific. They've been moving kind of crazy for a minute, and I don't think they understand. You would think a channel with millions of subscribers would understand the visibility on their channel and with their actions, but maybe not. So they decided to do some, in my opinion, some goofy things, putting on the KKK hood, the Hitler salute, and actually even before this, recently they almost lost their channel trying to do copyright strikes on like a whole bunch of channels that were illegitimate. They could have got their channel lost back then. That was like a few months ago, maybe like almost a year ago. So them already making the content they make, the controversial content that they make, and the way they talk to women and things, you already are skating on a thin line with YouTube, because YouTube really doesn't like those kind of, you know what I'm saying? They don't really, you're not going to see that on the front page of YouTube. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's not going to be on the front page. They don't really like that content. It's just like, all right, well, I guess we're going to sneak this under the door for you, but we're really not supposed to let you in like that. So why a man like that would do something like that to his brand Fit, particularly put it at more risk than it already needs to be, at the visibility he has, I don't get it. I guess it was, what's the saying? Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So it's like you
said
kind of
the
asked for it.
you said the visibility you don't get it. Who are you talking about?
Fit, the Myron, that's his name. Fit slash Myron, the one that got emotional or cried about his channel being demonetized.
You don't understand why he got his traction. Is that what you're saying?
No, I understand why he got his traction. I'm saying, well, I don't understand why he put his brand at more risk than it needed to be. You already make controversial content that is, you could, for lack of a better term, bashes. I don't like the term bash, but let's just say goes at women. And YouTube really doesn't even like to host that kind of content. When I say like the front page, you'll see like, I don't know, gamers or, lava videos or cooking videos. Like YouTube really doesn't want to push that kind of content.
But the way you said it, like even that you said goes at women. Their content doesn't go at women. Their content simply discusses female nature.
I
Now,
understand.
I think it says something when we consider that going or bashing at women. That's not what that is.
I got you, but I mean, but that's the way you and I view it. How do you think a brand like YouTube would view it? Do you think
Yeah,
they view that as like, okay, well, it's cool. They're just having a decent conversation, and like, do you think that's how they view it, or do you think they view it as, okay, this is too controversial that we want to put on the front page?
I
And I'm not
think
disagreeing with you. I'm just thinking, how do you think the brand looks at it?
I think we can. I think Elon Musk kind of showed us what these social media apps moderating boards look like. I think that it's true. You're right that most of them are liberal and left leaning because the best way to make money is to finesse women out of it, and all you do have to do to finesse women out of money is essentially pander to them the entire time.
Mm.
So of course they want anything that's opposite masculine heterosexual voices on there. So yeah, no, I understand that they want to stay in business, further disenfranchising women, further further entitling them or making them feel entitled to male resources because you don't have that revenue as a collective that you would have if you were platforming some voices that would hold you all accountable for that. Now understand, this is not bothering men. Most men that I know, we get off of this app, we go right back to work doing what we was doing. It's not something that's bothering us, right? We have a conversation, they might be upset, there might be times where you get up, angry or whatever. That's with anybody. But at the end of the day, men are going back to work and we're still maintaining, for the majority of us, we're still maintaining those provider protector statuses in life. They might not be extremely high, but we're still remaining there. So, but we're not seeing the same thing in the female category. The recent study that came out about black women being the most evicted. All of those types of things.
Mm.
So and they're losing. We're watching them lose their jobs left and right over feelings. We're seeing this like in abundance nowadays. We're seeing this in abundance. We're watching them unalive their children. We're just not seeing the same thing when it comes to fathers. So even the rhetoric is going to start to sound disingenuous to people that just simply have their eyes open and are watching.
I get you. I'm just saying, from a brand perspective, that's not really content. Like this
Yeah,
is this.
no, you're right. It's not content that will sell.
Yeah, it's not
Right,
something
exactly.
they want to.
Because
So it's like,
we know, because we know the easiest people to sell to are the largest consumers. Women control 80% of the spending power, so we know what we have to do. Just pander to women. Don't tell them anything truthful. Tell them what they want to hear, so they'll give up that money. Because women collectively, we're not seeing women act as they're smart enough to see that very scam happening in their face. We say this all the time. They sat there and gave this man. They made Derek Jackson a millionaire. They made multiple men millionaires. Then these things come out about these dudes, and we don't see the same smear campaigns they have for people like Bill Cosby or Harvey Weinstein. You don't see that anymore. Why? The reason you don't is because that means that you would have to confirm that what men were saying about these men that pander and sim to you is literally true. And it also shows something else. These are the type of men that you all want and like.
yeah, I know a
Yeah,
lot of
hold
women
on. Okay,
that
let's
like
let's
to.
let's get away from the brand talk. Continue on with just your thoughts on Fresh and Fit, and then I also want you to speak just on what your overall perspective is on Manosphere Red Pill content. Do you think it's done more positive for men? Do you think it's done more negative? Speak on that.
Sure. I pretty much said my piece as far as like how Myron and what he was doing with the hoodie and everything was too much. So like I said, I think he kind of self inflicted uh, his channel being demonetized and being departnered. So moving on from that, as far as how I feel about the red pill manosphere, I think I can address the manosphere very quickly. I think the manosphere died with Kevin Samuels. I think that was a good error while he was alive and knowing what he needed to do to kind of address men in a very in my opinion, a professional but yet entertaining manner. So I think that was that. I think that manosphere is gone. As far as red pill, and I said this to Moses, I feel it was dead before it started, and I wanted to explain it further. No, but do you remember where we was talking about that quote? He said, "If she's bad, I'm dead."
Yeah.
That's gonna summarize what my explain my point, man. Like ultimately, we hear a lot of these great talking points. Okay, they're single women or they're mothers, single mothers. They have high expectations. They think they deserve this. They think they're entitled to this. This delusional. We got to check them or bring them back to reality. One, they're really not going to come back to reality. I think we're kind of all aware of this. You can make as many videos and stitches and with duets, whatever you want to do, as much as you want, hours on live stream, 10,000, 20,000 hours of content. They're still going to have these standards, quote unquote, that they set. And don't get me wrong, I know they make the standards they want for the men that they really don't like, and they'll really have sex and babies with the men that they really just find attractive. I get it. However, when it comes down to us addressing the men that are kind of rallying to the red pill community, most, I would say, and I'll say most, I want to say probably 95% of men are probably not going to change their behaviors or actions or do the self-improvement. I think a 5% is even generous to give of men that are actually going to say, I'm not going to deal with her even though she's attractive because I think I have more value that I can get to a woman that's more deserving. I'm going to actually go to the gym. I'm going to actually look up some certifications or start a business or, put the women aside and kind of focus on me, which I feel should have been what the red pill was about. I think
I'm
at
not so
one
sure I agree
point,
with you on that one. I think what they're
Hold
gonna
on,
do.
hold on, Mars. Let him finish. Let him finish. Hold on.
Oh, okay, my bad. I
this
thought we were having a conversation. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, hold on, hold on.
I'll stick around once we get to everybody. So yeah, I feel the red pill could have been, and I was also this goes into chat if he's in the chat. I feel red pill could have been something great, or the manosphere, I think was going to a good path. However, I'm a person that looks at the results of what men are doing. I understand, it's cool to have these conversations, and I think, don't get me wrong, I don't disagree with most of the talking points from Myron, from Kevin Samuels, from any red pillar that you probably can think of. I don't disagree with most, but I'm looking at the result. You're talking to men who at the end of the day are still going to what we call simp for the women that they find attractive. Even a prime example, going back to the Fresh and Fit, the women they would bring on, they've even said this verbally, and confirm this. The women that'll come on, they'll get dunked on for 2 hours, or let not say dunked, just correct their delusion. It's like that's crazy. That's the standard. Why would you like you have several kids? Why do you think you get a man? Dudes will donate super chats, $50, $20, $100. Tell her in the black dress she's stupid, or tell her in the red dress stand up, turn around, do whatever. It's goofy stuff to me. But at the end of the day, once they get, I say dunked on or get talked to, whatever you want to call it, those women have their OnlyFans jump exponentially.
Right.
It would triple, double.
Right.
Like it's
not to cut you off, but it's from the same men that was watching the show.
Exactly, because it's right after the show. Those men will go straight to the.
What is y'all's point in saying that?
Oh, okay. So my point was when I said red pill is over.
That point right there about the same men that were watching his show are the same men on OnlyFans. Why are men on OnlyFans, do you think?
Because they don't attract the women that they want in real life, so they pay for them virtually.
Okay. And if that's the case, let's say men don't attract the women that they want in real life. Does that say more about their inability to attract the women that they want in their life, or does that say more about the female population and the selection of women that are out here?
I would say both, and I'm going to explain.
No, what my question is out of the two, if you had to decide out of which, what would you say is more prevalent? Is it the cast of women that they have to choose from, or is it their inability to attract?
I'm going to say it's their inability to attract, because you're still attracted to that woman. You still desire that woman. That's why you're paying her $10 a month. You still desire.
What fashion, though? Because I feel like this is where we have a tendency to not make a distinction. Desiring a woman
sexually,
right?
Yeah, definitely sexually. I'm not. Yeah.
But what's more useful and beneficial in a relationship, a long-lasting, protective, and provision-filled role and aspect of men and women coming together? Is it sexual, or is it being attracted to that woman for relationship purposes?
Relationship purposes.
Right. So even
I would say initially sexually, maybe relationship, but
so all that we see when men go and pay for these OnlyFans is that men are being typically men. We still want you sexually, but we're just boiling you down because you've boiled yourself down to who you actually really are. The only value that most of these women are bringing, especially the OnlyFans models, is that. So we'll keep that around. Why not? Why would we give up that commodity? But for everything else, we won't. So you're not going to provide and protect for you. Let's not act as though most of the women that are becoming OnlyFans models, so to speak, are becoming super successful. The majority of them are not.
Okay, hold on, wait. Let me ask Moses a quick question, but then Superfield's going. But we gotta get through everybody because Kane does need to talk. Moses,
yeah, I'll stick around.
Moses, do you personally have you ever subscribed to a woman's OF before? No. Why not? I've
never even been on OF before. I don't even know how to get to it.
But Moses, why not though?
For a number of reasons. One is because the red pill content that's coming out now, that message I had ingested when I was a child, man. I knew that me making myself valuable when I go out, what I encountered typically.
Oh, you're on mute, Moses.
Let me drop down and come back up because I know I'm gonna have.
All right, go ahead.
You're on mute, Moses. Let me drop down and come.
Go ahead, Supervillain. Go ahead.
Okay, let me try to figure out where I was. So as far as what I was saying,
you were talking about how these same men that after they watch the show and they see how delusional these women are, and they see these men dig into these women, how they'll still go and subscribe to their OFs, follow them on Instagram, do the most.
Yeah, they're gonna follow the woman on Instagram. They're gonna subscribe to the OF. They might even slide in her DM,
follow the woman on Instagram,
make some comments. Put some comments and heart eyes under her post, and so it's like the red pill is some comments and hard eyes under her.
Go ahead.
So the red pill is really teaching you, like, oh, don't go for these what we call low quality women. They're whores. They're on OF doing this. They're disgusting. You are supporting these women as red pillars. The majority are supporting these women that are supposed to be the low quality scum of women that we're supposed to ignore. We're supposed to just look over. We're supposed to desire, and put more investment into the good women. We actually don't. We're actually investing more of our attention.
Hold on, Moses. Let him finish.
Well, no, I'm saying, hold on, Noble. Let's kind of, can we have a little dialogue a little bit?
Moses, we gotta let everybody talk, bro. We gotta let everybody talk. Moses, you got Kane waiting, you got all these people waiting. But go ahead, let him finish.
Moses, I was
let everybody talk.
I told him, Noble, I'm chilling today, Moses, so we can have this conversation later. I do want to let us run through the gauntlet though, so I'm gonna just land the plane soon, and I'll stick around though. So, okay, I gotta figure out where I was again. I got ADHD.
You were continuing to talk about them like pouring into these women,
Yes.
not pouring
Okay.
into
Thank you.
quote
Thank you.
unquote the
Thank you,
woman.
brother. Thank you, brother. So and Red Pill is teaching you to ignore these low quality women that are on OnlyFans or doing this. Sorry, my Alexa's tripping. Low quality women that are doing this low activity. You're supposed to be valuing yourself more. Don't support them financially. Don't give them your attention. You just ignore them. That's even one of the talking points I see. Oh, what is his name? Black Jesus put on a lot of comments. Just ignore these women. They're low quality, blah, blah, blah. It sounds great. At the end of the day, going back to what I said first, if she's bad, I'm dead. A lot of these men have this. If she's bad, I'm dead. I'm paying for it. I'm giving her my attention. I want her sexually. It really don't even matter to me why you want it. You're still pursuing her and really not going for the women you're being taught or Red Pill is teaching you to go for. So anyways, that's why I said the red pill community has really been dead before it started, because men are going to think with their lower selves, the penile area, instead of the higher selves, the brains. Most of them. I'm just telling. I see you shake your head, Moses. Let me.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
I'm sticking by.
Moses,
What was the
70
last?
seconds. Hold on, Moses, 70 seconds, and then we're going to Kane. 70 seconds, Moses.
What was the last thing, Noble? You said address the red pill manosphere.
No, you address what I wanted you to address.
All right, cool. I'll go on mute.
Moses, 70 seconds, and then we go to Kane.
mean, I'm saying that you're saying that they're it's hard to have a conversation this way, Noble, because we can't actually have a dialogue.
But Moses, we have to let everybody talk, bro.
I'm Noble. I'm saying I'm fine with that. I'm just talking about the format in which we're letting everybody talk. All I'm saying is like, because I could tell that he didn't mind, me interjecting and him interjecting. I don't mind him interjecting with me, so we could actually have a dialogue. But we're having like you speak for this a lot of time. All right, but that's fine. That's fine. So, he said that investing in them. These men are not investing in women for that purpose. Like men invest in women that are yielding something. What are men getting in returns for OnlyFans? They're getting sexual content. Sexual content is that thing that woman is bringing to the table. But mind you, like we said, there's only a certain amount of women that are getting that. And that's very small. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you could say all day that men have been telling each other we should invest in these women and don't pay for them, blah blah, so on and so forth. But we're saying that for the women that don't bring anything. OnlyFans is still bringing something, and in all actuality, it's bringing one of the primary things that men want in women, which is that sexual fulfillment. Now I understand that you're not laying down with.
You just got another phone call.
I got.
Go ahead, Kane. Thank you for waiting patiently, bro. Go ahead. Floor is yours.
I think
What's the word of what you heard?
What's up, Kane?
No. I ain't went nowhere. Who got an echo? Is it me?
It's you, bro. Mute and then unmute.
I got you.
Yeah. Can I just lay in that plane, Noble?
Okay, go ahead.
So all I'm saying is at the end of the day, those men, when you call it an investment, I would call it a loose one. It's like saying that somebody goes to Blockbuster and invests in Blockbuster because they rent a movie. Nah, we're just using you for the purpose that you are. You're a vessel to us for sexual fulfillment. But ask yourself, are these OnlyFans models and women getting married? And at the end of the day, and I'm talking about in abundance. I'm not talking about one or two. I'm talking about in abundance. Yeah, they send a lot of money, like Cassius said, but they send a lot of money to one or two females that are desirable. Most women that get on OnlyFans are not becoming millionaires. They're not making mad dollars like that. And they're ruining their value in the future. That's why when they get off of this, they have psychological and mental breakdowns. They can't seem to keep all of their shit together mentally, and they lose money exponentially over time. That's what it is. So the woman in the comment section said, "Why do you care?" We care because men actually do want to foster healthy relationships with females. But we know the way to do that is to have a dichotomy between males and females, that of which women are actually bringing something that we actually desire. It's not about bringing what they think we want from them or what they want from men. It's about them bringing something that we want. And most women don't even know what that is. If I ask women in the comment section right now, if we just ran a poll in this comment section right now, what do men want in a relationship? What's the first thing? I bet you every man can tell you the word that they're going to avoid, and you can watch the females not give that thing in the comment section. We all know that. So yeah, fine, provide sexual fulfillment. You're not hurting us. You're not hurting us. At the end of the day, we'll take from you what you're going to give us, the sex, which is pretty much what you're going to give to any man that you can in order to garner more resources or more provision and protection. But as far as us, giving you an actual long-lasting relationship, men ain't doing that.